It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the 49ers and the Hawks under the lights on Thursday night.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And a first carry now for Hyde. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The numbers on the ground for Hyde last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now going to Brooks is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'1 quarterback from Old Dominion. It's Taylor Heineke.
Let's face it, you don't see too many Old Dominion alums suiting up under center in the NFL. And in fact, Taylor Heineke, the first ODU quarterback to suit up for a regular season game, not to mention doing well in the playoffs. This guy's an absolute fighter. Fought for every chance he's had in this league. Attitude, determination, those carry over to his teammates very well.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and 9. Now Kaepernick. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Markel Lee able to get him for a loss of about 3. A give left to Hyde. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Rolls. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He hits his target, locked it. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down, this is Rolls. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Seahawks at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A handoff right to Rawls. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Kaepernick now to throw. He dumps it to Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The first carry now. This is Lacy. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He was brought down by Eric Harris. 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. Past the 20. Down the sideline he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He gets this one to Garcon.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Kaepernick. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Kaepernick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Kaepernick.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might...
Touchdown, 49ers! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They go play action now. Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So we've reached halftime.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They start the second half with Lacey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Wilson. This to Graham on the short pass. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the 41, here's a second down and 6.
Up the middle, it's Lacey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Here's Wilson. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there, and that will bring up second down. Up the gut, it's Rawls. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Kaepernick going to throw. Inman has it over the middle. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
High dancing past him, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
To throw, Kaepernick. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley from 13 yards out.
And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Wilson. This to Graham on the short pass. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Rawls. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down. Now it's Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made at the late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. This to Graham on the short pass. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
He's got it to the 43 here.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Throwing is Wilson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. And it's going to be batted down. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Throwing now is Wilson.
Pass complete, Graham.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Lacey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Here's 1st and 10.
Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is right through. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. The drive begins with a run by Rawls.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Lacey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here's Wilson from the gun on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go again with Rawls. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left. Short, no good, and we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a yard.
Now Hyde running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no game, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Throwing now is Kaepernick.
Connects with Kittle underneath. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, 49ers! But Charles, we retreated to an